Hey guys, it's Stacy, and today I am here to do a video on all the popular book series that we'll probably never read. If these are some of your favorites, this is nothing towards you. These are ones that I don't have interest in reading, or other things I've heard about them. So these are some pretty popular ones. These are ones I have no interest in reading. If you want to read them, go for it. I just don't want to read these. The first one is probably one of the most popular book series ever, and that is the Akamath books, Akawar now. I have read two of Sarah J Maas's books, and I do not like them. I don't really agree with her lack of diversity in these books, whether it be characters of color or characters of different sexual orientation. I don't agree with that. I don't like the way she handles it. I also just don't like her books. I did not like any of the Throne of Glass books. I think she's an okay person. I think she's really funny. I think she's really pretty. But those are not going to be for me. No matter how many times people say to read them, I will probably never read them. The next one is a contemporary trilogy, and that is the Anna and the French Kiss trilogy. I don't like contemporary books that much, and I know I won't like contemporary series. I just want a one and done contemporary book. Sometimes a sequel is okay, but when you get more than 2 books in a contemporary series, it's just not for me. I know this is really popular, but I don't think it's going to be for me either, because I probably would have liked it if I was like 16, but I am now 19 years old, and I don't think it would be my cup of tea. The next one is also another contemporary series, and that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before. This looks really cute, and there probably would have been a time when I would have read it, but now, again, when I was like 15, 16, maybe even 17, but now when I read contemporaries, I read them for depth. I like harder hitting contemporaries. I like very diverse contemporaries. Those are my favorite, so I will not be reading those. The next one is The Summer I Turned Pretty. Again, that just seems like a very angsty, cheesy series. I have never had an interest in reading it, even when I was younger, because I saw it all the time at Books A Million. I don't like contemporary series, even though I've never really read one. The next one is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Lots of contemporaries on this series. I have read Fangirl and Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I did not really like Fangirl. I thought it was cute. I thought it was relatable, but overall it was not my favorite. I did love Carry On. Simon and Baz are the loves of my life, but will not be reading this one. And I heard there is diversity in this book, but it's poor representation, and I'm just not about that, so we won't be reading that. This next one is a maybe. I'm still considering it, borrowing it from my sister, but that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I want to read this, but I also know there's a love square in it, and I am not about that life. I don't even really love triangles that much. Sometimes a love triangle is okay, but you get more than one person, 2 other people in this mix. No, that is not for me. I think it would be an amazing fantasy series, but the love square puts me off so bad. I might borrow it from my sister. I don't think I'm going to buy it myself, because I know the love square is going to irritate me to no end, but this is still a maybe, because I think I could really love the fantasy element of it, just not the romance element of it. This one is Game of Thrones. Most people don't read these books, let's be honest, unless they're just die-hard fans. I have watched the TV show, partly. I don't know how far I got into the TV show, but I've watched it. And then my favorite character died, and I was just kind of done with it. I don't really care what happens. I think it's an amazing TV show. I think they do amazing work. I think everything that goes into it is incredible, and the series is probably incredible too. But have you just seen those books? Those are some dense book, and I have never really read an adult fantasy, so I don't think I should start with Game of Thrones, and I probably will never read Game of Thrones, because I also know the author is taking forever to write the next book or the last book, and so those will probably never happen for me. Next one is also a very popular one, and that is More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I love Adam Silvera as a person, but More Happy Than Not does not appeal to me in any way. It's probably an incredible book, but I've just never had an interest in reading it. I've also never had an interest in reading his other book, which is History All You Left Me, I believe. I know those books both sound incredible, but I've just never had an interest in reading them. I do want to read his next book, which is They Both Die at the End. I will be reading that one because that one actually sounds more what I would be into, but those two are just not ones I really want to read. I do love him as a person. I think he's amazing and incredible and adorable human being, but not the books I want to read. So we have two more, and the next one is the Selection series by Kira Cass. These seem really cute, and I have considered reading them because my friend Lindsay really loves them, but again, love triangles and stuff, and I've heard a lot of things about America Singer. Is that her name? America Singer? I think so. If not, oh well. But I've heard a lot of things about her, and I don't think I'd like her. She's the main character of the book, so no. And the last one is 50 Shades of Grey. I have watched both the movies that are out. The first one is one of the most cringiest movies I've ever watched, and then the second one was actually done a little bit better, but still, so I have no interest in reading those. I've watched the movies. I mean, the books are probably not better. No. So those are some of the series or books that I do not want to read. Comment if you don't want to read any of these or popular books you don't want to read, and I will see you guys in another video.